So who doesn't want to feel in the flow of life, right? We all want to feel like we're getting supported by something bigger than us. Everyone wants to feel like life is winking at them and that the universe has got your back and that you're co-creating with something and that there is a flow to your life. And this idea that there could be a slipstream for you, that if you got in it, it would feel easy and it would feel graceful and it would be more free flowing. Well, here's the thing. All of that is true. And the universe does have your back. Now, that does not mean that life is just easy, because life is designed to push your buttons so you can grow and to support you so you can create and contribute, right? It's very natural. So it is true, but here's the thing. The universe can serve everything up to you, but you have to participate. You are half the equation. I've made videos about this before, how to trust the universe, for example, and I'll put links to those. You have to be willing to be alert, okay, to be aware of life around you and of yourself, and to notice when life is serving you up signs and opportunities and entry points to your flow, so that you've got the option to step forward and into it, putting yourself in the middle of that flow. The old saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't shove its face in it and make it drink. Okay, so you have to be aware and notice when life is inviting you forward into a greater flow, into your slipstream, into the best optimal outcome for you in that moment, or in some direction that's going to serve you, whether it be for your learning and growth or your achievement of your goals or whatever it might be. And one of the ways that the universe does that is through moving all the pieces of the puzzle, all the mechanics and moving parts of the universe, people, places, information, opportunities, and serving it up to you via synchronicity. So synchronicity, when you notice a synchronicity, when you notice a coincidence that is not really a coincidence, you want to know that is when life's winking at you. Okay, so you want to stop, you want to pause and pay attention. Something about this is a little coincidental, it's a little synchronistic, and maybe this is an opening for me. That's really what it's about. I'll put a link to a video I made about synchronicities as openings and opportunities, so that you can go and look at some specific examples of when that's happened in my life and how it's created some major, powerful and positive trajectory changes for me when I noticed synchronicities and I followed them and got into a greater slipstream for myself. So your job in terms of saying yes to synchronicity is to be aware, to notice that when they do come and it's like life is winking at you, that you step forward. Now here's the thing, when you say yes to synchronicity, that doesn't mean that you just throw yourself into anything in life because you thought it might have been a sign and you don't use any of your intuition or your logic or any kind of participation. You're not just a body here that's just being shoved around by the universe. You are a participant and you have intellect and you have intuition. But what it means to say yes to synchronicity is to say, yes, I see you. Yes, I'm paying attention. Yes, I'm going to be fully open-minded and open-hearted in this moment that I notice you, to consider if this could be something that would be great for me. So that you have the opportunity to use your discernment. And then wherever possible, to ensure you pay attention to your fear and the way you rationalize and the way you keep yourself stuck, and throw it aside so that you genuinely are feeling your intuition. Because most times when you notice synchronicity, there will be an opportunity for you to act, there will be an opening for you to step into, and people want certainty, and there's no certainty when you're going to go down some path and you haven't been down it before. There's no certainty when you jump out and take an opportunity. There's no certainty when you don't know where something might lead, and that's the whole point about getting in the flow. You cannot control it. You cannot control the flow. The flow is the universe doing its thing, and your job is to know that you're connected to the whole, and when you jump in the flow and you follow the synchronicities, to have a little faith, right? And faith is something that is beyond your intellect, it's beyond your intuition even. It is that knowing within you that you do belong to something that's quite intelligent, that has a miraculous design, and you're willing to participate and live your life with that being one of the guiding forces. Yeah, people who live in the flow, who surrender to the flow, who follow synchronicities and follow signs, and there's lots of people that live that way, they have a faith in that flow, in that design of life, and in something bigger than them. And that's what gives you the ability to step out, From first-hand experience, I can tell you the only reason that I was able to follow signs and synchronicities and throw myself into things where other people might have thought, what the heck is she doing, is because I had faith. Okay, and I didn't always have faith, but when I started to notice signs and synchronicities, I started to have faith. When I started to follow them and notice that they led good places for either my learning and growth, meeting the right people at the right time, creating an amazing opportunity, propelling me forward in my career, whatever it might have been, improving my health. When you see the results of that, that only serves to consolidate your faith. So I want you to commit to yourself today, if you will, to say yes to synchronicity in your life. And remember, that doesn't mean throwing yourself in. Saying yes means, yes, I'm open-minded and open-hearted. Yes, I will explore. Yes, I will consider what this offers me as an opportunity, as an opening. Yes, I will set aside my fears and my need for control and my need for certainty. Yes, I will jump in this flow and swim. Yes, I will trust that I will float. Now, obviously, when you're talking about going with the flow of life and trusting the universe and following signs and synchronicities, it's not a science, it's an art, right? There's no black and white about it. It's kind of this ability to give yourself over a bit to life, because here's what most people are doing. Hands gripping onto everything. Need for certainty, need for control. You've got to let go a bit. You've got to let go. You've got to have faith and you've got to flow. And I say that to myself because I teach what I most need to know, right? Doesn't everybody that's teaching anything? You teach what you most need to remember for yourself. And I need to always remember that for myself too, because every now and then I'll get a bit angsty and try and get back in control. Try and find the way to manage the flow of the stream of life and manage the controls myself. And it doesn't work that way. So you've got to give over and you've got to have faith. And just remember that the way life can wink at you and can give you a synchronicity and help you out can be so subtle. So for example, if you're suffering from a health problem and you don't have a solution to that health problem, then it could be something like you're standing in the queue at the shop and you overhear someone talking behind you about some amazing thing they'd found for that particular health problem, or somebody gives you a book, or you're at the library and you walk past and a book about your health condition is randomly sitting on the table. Those are not mistakes. Those are not mistakes. I have got so many examples of when this is true, where you get the answer you need and it comes in the most bizarre ways sometimes, okay? You will always get what you need, but you don't get to control exactly how it comes. You just have to pay very close attention. Not in a needy, desperate way. Faith is not needy and desperate. Faith is patient. Faith is open-hearted. Faith is open-minded. When you have faith, you're not freaking out that you're not going to get the answer, that what you need isn't going to show up, that you're not going to find your way. You're just like, I know I will, I just don't have control over when or how. And that's the thing with working with the universe, is it's always, you focus on the what, then you give way for the how to unfold. Your life is not a controlled journey that you are masterminding and engineering. It is an unfolding that you participate in with the universe. You do have to get off your butt. You do have to take action. You do have to give it everything. You do have to manage your mind. You do have to get in control of your beliefs, thoughts and feelings and your actions. All of that. You have to do all of those things. Having faith and surrendering and all of that is not about the universe is doing it for you. No, 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 no. You have to be fully participating and responsible, self-responsible, self-accountable for every aspect of your own energy. But then from that position, when you have cleaned yourself up and got yourself all in alignment, then it's about faith. So for whatever you've got going on in your life, one thing you could do right now is, if you're in need of information, you're in need of support, you're in need of answers, you're in need of a new career opportunity or whatever you want for your business, or you're in need of creating some new abundance in your life, whatever it might be, have a conversation, a conscious conversation with the universe, put it out there and say, I am open to receiving signs and synchronicities and winks from you so that I can jump in the flow. And then remember, no neediness, no desperation. You just let it go. Have faith. Have faith, have faith, have faith. Because when you don't have faith, what are you having? Fear. You are either in faith or you're in fear. And fear ain't going to lead you anywhere good, right? You know it and I know it. So I'm going to put a link to other resources, including my Overcoming Fear class, online class. In case that's useful for you, you can look in the description below for the link for that. I'm going to put a link to a video I did called Faith or Fear. I'm going to put a link to a video which is called How to Trust the Universe. I'm going to put a link to a video called Synchronicities as Openings and Opportunities for Change. And I'm also inviting you to come and join me for the Master Your Mind online program starting in October. It's 6 weeks online with live classes with me. We will completely shift your paradigm to replace all old limiting beliefs and thoughts and feelings and destructive patterns of choices, behavior and actions to create a brand new, healthy, faith-filled paradigm for you to live from that will get you in your flow and creating transformational results inside of yourself and around you. If you're interested in that, you can click the link below. And if this video has been helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're here on my social media. And I'm looking forward to seeing you again really soon for more daily inspiration with B.